Okay, so what was the other deal? Okay, so I was looking at the water reflection in the bath, and I have this stuff. It's eucalyptus and roses and a bunch of different flowers and stuff like that that I pour into my bath because I like to pamper myself and I like to treat myself like how I deserve to be treated. So anyways, there's a little floating stick and it was in the shape of a V, and I was just looking at it and I turned it to the side because it reminded me of KAUNAN, which is a rune. And one of the meanings of that rune is acceptance. And I was just holding it over top of my stomach and I was just looking at it, and it was facing upwards, so almost like in a V form, right? And then I just placed it over top of the water, and as I connected with the surface of the water, the V turned into an X because of the reflection. I was like, that's very interesting. And I'm thinking, okay, X has a big, X itself can be the Roman numeral 10, but also symbolizes for a rune as well. For, I think it's GEBO, which is gift. And there's a bunch of other meanings for that as well. Just like most of the runes, they have multiple meanings. And so I put it over the reflection and the V turned into an X. And I was like, that's also symbolic too, genes and stuff. The woman's is, I believe, an X, but like the chromosomes, I guess. And then that's also symbolic for time as well. Also symbolic for, your waistline, your solar plexus, where your belly button is. That's why I think a lot of women wear corsets to keep their posture, but also to be able to hold on to that muscle that you need for your solar plexus, which is really important. Almost like X marks the spot, the hot spot. What else? Yeah, so I was looking at the reflection of that, and then I was like, oh, that's really fitting. I was like, I decided to be celibate myself, and it's been a while, and I do not look at intimacy the same anymore as I used to. The amount of respect and value I have for my body now, and the understanding of exchanging of energies is very critical, especially with my goals and my ambitions and what I'm striving to do on my own freaking journey, let alone taking on the energies of or entities of other individuals that they may be carrying. So that whole idea of me holding the stick, I was like, oh, acceptance, right? And then when I put it over top of my stomach, I was just like, it's very fitting. I was just looking at that and I was like, V also can stand for, a woman's part, but it's also standing for change. Roman numeral would be change. Which is 5, right? Anyways, and 5 has a big thing to do with like, you yourself as a human being, your 4 limbs, and then your head, and then hand, your 4 fingers, and then your thumb, and then a star, or maybe a pentagram, or anything like that. So there's that, and the amount of energy I'm getting from my mother. I know Mother's Day passed. She's probably not happy with me, but I set my boundaries for a reason. If I were to give in, as the empathic person that I am now and not keep the balance that I have going with the high level of detachment and a hint of empathy and compassion as well. If I'm not able to stay balanced and I give in to what she wants from me, then I will be making a huge mistake. And I'm not planning on going backwards. So if you have somebody in your life you put boundaries down with and they're not respecting that, or they're upset especially, or they retaliate, if they retaliate against you, just do everything you can to protect yourself and your energy. Don't worry too much if they're upset with you. That's their own fucking fault.